welcome everybody to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here at the Latin Nerds Network. Ready to talk about all the shows, movies, documentaries, etc. released on streaming. And of course, at the end of the show, let you know what's coming out so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always to provide his recommendations or non-recommendations, as the case may be, of course, is live from Houston, is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy, what it is, what it was, what it shall be.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and wannabe fathers out
That's true, right? Wannabe fathers or deadbeat dads, I guess. I don't know. Give some recognition for at least trying. Definitely.
or lack
A
thereof.
show dedicated to the Father's Day. There is one good Father's Day recommendation, actually, which we'll get to momentarily. But Chewy, definitely to you and those little bittersweets and they like today, But it is what it is. Show must go on. So not a big show today. Not a whole lot that got released, but a few nuggets here and there. And I think next week's kind of a light release week as well for the most part.
I'm 5, 6 shows. I think
Show
some good ones in
this is
there.
the calming for the storm because we all know the storm approaching. It's like two storms approaching from both coasts. I'll say this. I'm here in Florida. You guys don't
Well,
storms all the time.
and there's a little hailstorm in the middle also.
Fair enough. I'm kind of thinking two. You throw one after. But we got. I'll keep saying it. Warrior coming out
But
season 3
Jack
on
Ryan,
Max.
man, come on, man.
Jack
You gotta give Jack Ryan some
Jack
love,
Ryan's
man.
like
Come on.
it's a, afternoon storm. I'll give it that much.
I still
Yeah,
thunderstorm.
it's not a hurricane. It's not a category 4, which is of course Warrior on Max, which you guys got 2 weeks to catch up on that show for its first 2 seasons. I highly recommend. We got The Witcher, right? If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Okay,
Correct. Same weekend.
definitely. I'll
Yeah.
say that's a
Right.
category.
Same
It's a
Friday.
category 3 storm coming your way at the end of a couple of weeks, and of course Jack Ryan, whatever. So some light rain. I don't know. Cloudy skies. I like Jack
Bless,
Ryan. I'm
dude.
just kidding. They come the same week. Man, it's 3 big shows. Jesus.
Yeah.
But either way, we'll get to that momentarily. Before we show you a little bit of news, a little thing. We just make sure some news stories every so often when it's warranted, and this is good. This is for Netflix fans out there, which is the majority based on numbers. They had, I guess, a little presser thing yesterday. They dropped a lot of trailers.
Tudum, Tudum, whatever that is, down in Brazil. I think
Oh,
what it
well,
was.
yeah, exactly, whatever that is. But they came out and did their presentation. They announced this. I know you're incredibly excited that they announced a Fubar 2, season 2
I
Arnold
am.
Schwarzenegger. I know
I
Chewie was
am.
jumping for
Fubar,
joy.
baby.
Whatever.
The numbers have
The,
spoken. The people have
I
spoken.
said people won't like this show. I really did. Entertaining mess is what I called it, if my memory serves. But
Hmm.
whatever, fine. It's Arnold. The man's got to eat, even at his age. Why not? Extraction 3 got announced, and we'll talk about Extraction momentarily. But
Hmm.
that got announced, so obviously it's doing well, or they had high confidence in that film. Um, your boys, Chewy, they be off from Weiss, of course, the HBO creators who had ended their illustrious.
Hold on. My voice? Wait, slow your roll,
Oh, I'm
dude. You know
sorry,
how
I'm
I feel
sorry, I'm
about
sorry.
those guys.
My.
You know how I feel about the double D's,
They were
dude.
formerly your boys. Of course, they ended their
Hmm.
nice illustrious run at Lucasfilm Star Wars, and which lasted about 2 weeks.
It didn't even
They got
start.
picked up by Netflix. I believe this is the first thing the first production they have.
Finally,
Yeah,
yeah.
finally, yeah, on
Yes.
Netflix called Three Body Problem.
Remember they tried to push that Nazi vampire or Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. It was some weird ass Nazi
Nazi
vampire
Vampire. Yeah,
show
I'm
they
all
tried
over
to put.
that.
Yeah.
That would have got me incredibly
No, but
excited.
it was worse than that. I think it was. I don't know. It was. I know it was combination of alternate history, Nazis, Abraham Lincoln, vampire. It was a complete hot mess. Some stupid idea, and I was
Fair
like, no.
enough. The trailer did drop on this one. Well, like a teaser trailer. It looked interesting though.
Mhm.
Right, some sci-fi kind
Mhm.
of adventure. I'm not really sure what it's about.
My only gripe with that, it's probably not on It's probably on Netflix because they try to generate buzz,
Mhm.
right? Is where they say when the creators of Game of Thrones. No offense to Double D's, but they didn't create Game of Thrones. I'm sorry, okay? Now, this is not semantics.
Well,
They did not create Game of Thrones. Give credit where credit is
that is
due.
true.
George R. Martin, he is the creator and
Would
behind.
it be
They
would it be fair
adapted.
to say it's the creators of the show Game of Thrones? They
Now
were
you're really towing the line. You see, you can't call yourself a creator if it wasn't your idea. I'm sorry, dude. It just doesn't
that's
work.
fair. They could
Okay,
have put
you're a
that's fair.
showrunner.
That's fair.
You've adapted, and when it came to creating, Where we saw that went. I went down the toilet real quick. Okay, so
That,
that's all I'm gonna say.
they could, that's fair. I'll give you that's absolutely. They could have said from those who brought you Game of Thrones on HBO,
Yes,
something
or
like that, or
something.
from them. I don't know.
But to say
Whatever from the showrunners of Game
that's
of
a
Thrones.
slap in the face of George R. R. Martin. It's called them from the creators of Game of Thrones. I'm
Maybe
like,
he'd be inspired.
come
Maybe he get
on.
upset and be inspired to actually go back to writing, which is what he does, or we thought he does anyway. So let's be fair,
We'll
right?
see. Yeah,
But
yeah.
that looked. I mean, look, it looked interesting. I don't know. I mean,
They look
yeah,
interesting. Very sci-fi
yeah,
heavy.
exactly. It comes out
Um,
on January 1st. January
January. That's true.
2024.
Hmm.
Cobra Kai came out with it. Oh, you. The show you confirmed this final fifth
Oh
season.
yeah, final season of
Yeah,
You. Yes.
exactly. Of course, Chewie's favorite, Emily in Paris, coming back for season 4.
Us.
Of course, the show which was built upon my shoulders. I'm gonna do a Netflix and take credit for the Squid Games season 2 announced with cast and all
and
that,
and the Squid Game, the
and
challenge,
the channel
a
exactly.
reality show for big money.
Big money, so they're riding my coattails and have yet to see a chip.
Hopefully, no one dies in that show, but whatever.
Well, somebody got hurt in the filming of this show, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that is correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
if
yes.
memory serves. So there you go. So
Whoopsie.
that's I kind of like that because it means it must be more interesting. And also, One Piece, they dropped a trailer, which I'm not familiar of.
Yes, the trailer that's coming out. Was it November?
And I think it was
Yes,
August. I think
November.
it's August 31st. August 31st.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
My
and
bad.
it
Okay,
looked good as
August.
the most popular manga out there was.
I'm not familiar with manga or big on manga, so
Neither
I
am
just don't
I, but
know.
it's the most popular one. So okay, it's gotta mean something.
I
So
mean, but what was the other show they made with John Cho? Bebop Cowboy, was that
no,
manga or is that just more
that was
comic?
anime. It could be based of a manga, I think, but
Anime?
yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
think I'm
okay.
mistaken. Something like Alita Battle Angel. That movie came out. That's
Okay,
more my
gotcha.
thing.
Which you're making finally making a number two, I believe, if I'm
I've
not
heard stuff
mistaken.
like that, but yeah, but that's more on that on the realm of that.
Mm.
Avatar: Last Airbender, that's a very popular property. They also kind of give a little teaser on that. So
Avatar? Did you say Avatar?
yeah, Avatar. Yeah,
Avatar?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay. So that's named like just like the other
Yeah,
Avatar. Oh, okay, okay. I was
Of course,
confused. I was like,
Not to mistake with the terrible M Night movie, which they tried to adapt. It was a disaster.
well, don't do not confuse it with the Way of Water
No,
Avatar.
it's different, but it's
The James
yeah, but
Cameron.
it's an anime, I guess, for Avatar, so it's a very
Well,
very
I've seen
popular.
the anime, very
Yeah, very
popular.
popular. So that
The
yeah,
movie was not
no,
very
movie was
good.
terrible, but it's not. So a lot of
Yeah,
interesting stuff in there. I know with Gaga though also coming out in August. It's kind of spy thriller.
yeah. Heart of the Stone.
Yeah, yeah, Heart of
Yes.
Stone, exactly. Look interesting enough. So yeah, a lot of stuff on Netflix, but yeah, some announcements on there. So, but I know, it's Father's Day, so Chewy as a gift, they got food bar too. So I know his day has been made already. Uh,
Pooh Bar, baby.
look,
Yeah.
Arnold,
Don't be hating the Pooh Bar, man. That is great stuff, man.
whatever. Anyway,
Bless
but I get it, and I'm glad it's good. I am glad it's season. My wife loved the show, so whatever, for whatever that's worth. But let's get into it, Chewy. Let's start with what came out this week, and we'll do a quick documentary. I won't say too much about this, but
you.
Our Planet, excuse me, on Netflix, season 2, it's a nature documentary, of course, like you've
Mm-hmm.
seen them 1,000 times. If you're a fan of those, you should be a fan of this one. It's well made, 4 episodes, dealing with migrations and other, with really bees and
The seasons
penguins
and
and whatever
movements. Yeah.
movement and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's very well done, very educational. Not a whole lot to say on this because listen, you've seen one of these. I'm not gonna say you've seen them all, but if you're gonna do it well, and Netflix did it well here. I actually enjoyed this one, Chewy.
Mhm. No, like I said, it's quick and easy. I enjoyed season one or Our Planet with the original one,
Right.
and so it's fun. I mean, it's they're just giving you insight into animals and how it's related to the seasons and how, some very interesting migration
Yeah.
patterns. They went with the elephants that went to the Chinese city and then went all the way back and the miles of wildebeests across Africa. I mean, it was very interesting stuff. I mean, so it's good. It's fun to
No,
watch.
it is. It is. Like I said, if this is your bag, there's no reason not to check this out on Netflix. And it looks great. These shows always look really good. Nice big TV and HD and all that stuff. It looks very nice. The
Mm-hmm.
quality. So, absolutely. The movie that came out. This is the Father's Day recommendation here. This is the movie. It's of course Extraction 2, the sequel. Of course, Chris Hemsworth, Thor himself, minus his hammer. The first one, which it's not a great movie, but it's really good action in it in the first one. Right. Very enjoyable. Excuse excuse me, I can see why I got the second one and all that. And this one here, of course, it's pretty much he's back. You know, he thought he was dead in the first one, and of course he's alive because he's Thor. Can't kill that guy. Come on.
He's Thor, baby.
Thor, and he gets back into a mission by his ex-wife who needs her sister extracted from the hands of this I don't know, Georgian
Nagazi,
Nagazi gang or whatever.
Criminal gang.
Yeah, somewhere out there, and there you go. Mayhem ensues and all that. Very simple plot, and it should be nothing other than that. Like I said, this is a great Father's Day film. Dads, moms, they take moms out. They get to eat and wait 8 hours in a restaurant, all that stuff. Dads, just leave them alone. Leave the dads alone. You're at home. The family goes out. You're by yourself. This is exactly the kind of movie you should be watching, right? Simple. And again, not a great story here. It's very stripped down and all that. But the action at times is spectacular. It's really cool.
Oh, man.
I'll give credit's due, right? There's the...
This is produced, written by the Russo brothers, if I'm not mistaken?
It's definitely produced by them. I'm not sure they wrote it.
Not directed, but it's definitely produced and very creative.
I believe it's the same director as the first one. But,
yes, correct.
I mean, there's a 20-minute scene after the first 15 minutes of setup.
It seemed like the whole movie did. And I think, did they do this in the first one? I can't remember.
I don't think it did, not the style. But
okay, I didn't think so, because this was a complete and utter one-shot from entry point to all the way up this. And it was unusual. There was a one-shot, and it was done beautifully, because they're not just following Thor. Or, sorry, Chris. I mean, they're following the action. So it's literally no cutaways, no jumping. It's literally the camera going with them. They're going through the prison. They're fighting. Then all of a sudden, they go into the car. They switch cars, and they switch angles of the cars and everything going on. But it still continues that one shot. And even on the train, where what they do, they go from conservative, but then they jump. They pan the camera to the other team, the Nagazi, and they make them go through some other action. Then it goes back. I mean, it was like, man, it was like nonstop. It was
incredibly well done. So it's definitely in a one take. I got a feeling it's edited to one take, which is fine.
Oh no, yeah, it's absolutely edited. No way. This is no way.
I'd be shocked.
All this going on between the prison to the yard to the cars to the train. No,
that's difficult to pull off, but still, nonetheless, right? When they film it in chunks, I'm sure as one take, and they just piece it together. It still look great because it puts you right in all the. I love when they do that, and that prison scene reminded me a little bit of the Raid 2. Not nearly as good as that prison scene, but very cool in terms of the chaos that ensued at the prison.
Oh yeah, and they're not cutting away to different angles. The same camera just coming to following where the action is coming. So you're trying to see everything that's going on. I was so well done. I was like, wow.
Like the first one, right? This is a simple story, a throwaway story, right? There's not a whole lot to it, not a whole character stuff in there. This is pure action.
Well, fairness, we get a little more backstory.
A little bit. Fair enough.
We got nothing the first one. This one we get some development.
So I'll give you that. That is true. But that's still light, which is fine. I don't care. This is an action film. Just give us the action, right? Like I always say, horror's got to be horror. Comedy's got to be funny. Action's got to be exciting and entertaining and well done. This is exactly what it reminded me kind of a cross between the Raid and John Wick at times, right? I was watching. This guy's been listen. If you're gonna rip off certain things, fair enough, doing well, and he did. Just taking those elements and very Gareth Edwards, Evans, from Against London, Chewie, and the Raid. As I mentioned that the way he shoots in the brutality at times in it, which is great.
Oh man, when the guy's head gets crushed with the weights.
Oh, that's right. He split somebody's hand. I mean, it's definitely.
It split the hand off.
Yeah, it was really, there's a lot of cool moments in this one. Very enjoyable for what it is. It's about an hour and 50 if you take away the credits. So it's a nice run time. High recommend. And in terms of that, don't get me wrong, this isn't the greatest thing you've ever seen, but it's it does exactly what it needs to do and does it well. And I'm when I heard that announcement, I was watching the movie, still watching it. My phone, I was pausing. My wife went to the bathroom when I saw, part 3. Oh, well, there you go. So I'm glad they're bringing it back. Another one. I'm down for it. Absolutely. So true. I obviously you agree with that assessment.
Absolutely, man. I'm in, dude. I enjoyed. I like number 1. I think I enjoyed number 2 more for whatever.
It's been a while since I've seen the first one, so I don't know. To compare. Like, I think it was 3 years ago. I believe maybe. 2020.
At least two.
At least two.
Yes.
Irrelevant, but it's been a while. I don't know. It may be. I mean, it was really good. I mean, I think this action scene may be the best scene out of both of them. The
Yes,
first major
yes.
action scene.
Because that one had the good action scene, tracing through the village in the car
Oh
and
yeah,
trying to get the kid out.
no, it was great.
But
Yeah,
this one, yeah, this one is it just seemed to top
yeah.
it. The way they filmed it just topped that scene altogether with the action and brutality.
Yeah,
It was
it was
really really
really,
good.
really cool. Really well. If you're an action fan, absolute must watch.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the first one, don't bother with this one. But I mean, yeah, this is fun, and I'm glad. I can see why. I guess pop. Well, I guess out of confidence, and I see why in part three coming out. So bring it on. I'm all for it. So definitely, that is my highest recommendation for the week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. Let's change gears here. Going back to TV, a little more different tone than Extraction. That is the full Monty course on FX based off the film back in
Hulu,
98, 99, FX Hulu.
26 years. So do
It's
the
been a
math.
while. It's been a long time, of
Yeah.
course. Forget where it takes place. I don't know why it's dropping my head. But
Somewhere
it's
in
London
England,
or
but I can't remember
whatever. Yeah,
where.
there's people who you're struggling and the steel
Mm-hmm.
workers who came together and decided to strip, to make money or whatever the case is. Surprisingly good movie, a lot of fun back then. So this series, continuing the story, the same characters and where they are now, and obviously things have changed and where they are in life and kids and grandkids and et cetera, et cetera. Chewy, what you think about this one?
So I wasn't sure what to expect because I mean I saw the movie, but I mean it's hard to take a movie and then serialize the show afterward 26 years later. So I watched it. It was okay. I mean, I don't think it was as funny as the movie as I recall. Um, and I mean, it's a different take because all these guys are all doing different things now, right? I mean, we have one of the main characters, the character who played actually. I remember him from Game of Thrones, actually,
Yeah,
Robert Baratheon. Uh, he's a security guard at the school, right? Some of one character who's still up to no good, trying to steal, scam, do whatever he can. But it's been so long, I just can't remember most of the people who
mm-hmm.
were in that movie.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, and that's part of the problem. It is a big jump, but take it for what it's worth. It was mildly entertaining. Had its moments. I haven't finished yet. I think I'm halfway through. I believe it's 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
30-minute episodes, so it's not too much of an
No, no.
investment. And so I mean, it's got some hard, got some moments, and it definitely has a few laughs here and there.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little charm to it. I mean, it's not great. I think I'm not sure people haven't seen the film should even bother watching the show. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's fine. It's okay. It's kind of like I said, it's charming. It's entertaining. It's okay. I like the characters. I mean, I was a fan of the first film, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
about halfway through. I may have said three or four. I was focusing more on the next show we're going to talk about more in this one. Um,
I mean, maybe it's what's lacking is the unity between the characters where they came together in the first movie
right.
and they have a plan,
Yeah.
right? They figured out a plan and they stuck to it. Here, like they started off. I mean, they all started out different places, right? And then I'm not sure if they still get together or some of them do, some of them don't. And
Excuse me.
and thus far through 4 or 5 episodes, there's only been one instance where they've tried to help each other out, but they're really not in each other's lives as much as I thought they would be 26 years
Right,
later.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
so,
so you're right about that. Maybe
may-
that may change towards the
yeah,
end of the season,
yes, yeah,
potentially. I would
yeah,
assume it would, but it's fine. I guess it's a decent show. I recommend it if you're a fan of the film. If not, I
yes,
don't know if you're gonna get the
fair
same
enough.
thing out of it for me anyway. The last one here, this one I was excited about, and that is Black Mirror, of course, the sixth season, Netflix long-running anthology series. Dark tales of technology and humanity, etc. Which I enjoyed. I've really been a big fan of Black Mirror. The last season was not good. I think it's 3 episodes the last season. I didn't enjoy any of the episodes. But for the most part, every season always has a couple of great ones, a couple of good ones, and a couple of okay ones or bad ones. It's anthology. That's how it works with that. So this one here, of course, which is also I found out it's not only streaming here on Netflix, also streaming on Streamberry, of course, the newest streaming app available to you guys. Streamberry for those familiar with Black Mirror. I'm looking forward to that. I think they got like a 3 months free trial. You can check that out. But on that being said, I actually did focus on this show, so I saw all 5 episodes. It came out on Thursday, so I had time to watch them all. And overall, it's definitely a lot better than last season by far. And it was a good season. I saw this again, a mixed bag of stuff, right? And I found myself really liking every episode. Started from at the top for me. The first one was the best one for me. The one with Joan is awful. I thought was really cool with Salma Hayek playing one of the titular characters and the girl from Streets Creek, which is a very funny show. About a woman who's
Yeah, I forgot Michael Cera was
like
in there too.
that's right, no cameo, which is very funny. The girl who I guess
Well, you want to talk about a small cameo? Ben Barnes. That was a small cameo.
that's right.
All you have to do, all I gotta do is kiss some high. I get another take. All right, another take. Kiss some
The
high.
man's got to eat. Eating well apparently off the T-Mobile commercials. But yeah, so yes, it's cool. That was my favorite one, and from there it was good. Then it was solid. Then the last couple I really didn't like that much.
Okay.
But there's one great one, two solid, really good ones in here. Like the first three ones I'll point out, Chewy. The one with Aaron Paul, of course, the space one.
That was
I
okay
like that
for
one. I
me.
like that one.
I've seen three. That's the last one I saw.
Okay.
That one was okay. Yeah, that was very dark to say the
Yeah, they're all
least.
very dark. The next
Uh,
one after that was with Zazie Beetz in that one. It's paparazzi, and it starts off like, okay, this could be interesting, and then it just the twist is like, what? Which nobody will like that twist, but it just was just kind of, I know it's weird. You'll notice it, and the last one was just mediocre at best, and it probably wasn't even that good. But the first three I enjoyed. I enjoyed the one with the guy, the couple who were doing the documentary on
oh,
on
Loch
the
Ness.
mission.
Not Loch
Yeah,
Henry.
Lock
Sorry.
Henry, which is also if you see Jonah's off for the first episode, that was also streaming on Streamberry. Um,
I did not. That was that in the first one. I didn't
yeah,
notice
when I
it.
was scrolling through the Streamberry, I saw that one on there, which is pretty funny, and all.
Ah, that's
Yeah, and
pretty
also
cool. So tying in the two episodes
yeah, and also
together.
Sea
Yeah.
of Tranquility. That's a deep dive because that's
Oh, that's from
season
season.
three, the nosedive episode with
Yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard. If you've seen that one, so that's also a show on Netflix,
Hmm.
Streamberry. Excuse me, but no, I enjoyed it. Like the first episode was great. The one time I is great. It's really well done, very meta commentary on privacy and people's habits and all that and viewing habits. Very interesting. I liked that one a lot in the first couple, but overall it was a good season. It was a good season. Like again, one great episode, a couple of solid ones, and a couple. Chewy, your thoughts?
Yeah. So I've only seen three, but yeah, I would agree. First two were pretty good for me. I really enjoyed them, especially the second one, which was more of a murder thriller horror
Yeah,
type
yeah.
genre, right? With the serial killers. But the third one I thought was okay. I really didn't enjoy it too much.
That one's very dark. That
So
ends very dark. Yeah,
yeah,
with
yeah,
Josh Hartnett also is also with Aaron Paul in that one.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, good to see he's eating
yeah, yeah.
also as well.
Yeah, I like him. He got a bad rap. But he's not bad.
Yeah. So, but like I said, better than the three episodes we got previously. So it's obviously that's an improvement.
Yeah, so like I said, it's definitely improved from the last season. So it kind of brought me back to the show. I hope they do more. I don't know if they are or not. I mean, they didn't really announce this last season enough or not, but I'm glad I didn't leave off with the season 5, which was not good. Big
Mm.
disappointment. This one's definitely a much bigger step on par with the other ones, right? Because again, every season's got good, okay, and then bad. That's just how it works with the show and all that. But very interesting. So I
Sure.
enjoyed it. This is what I recommend and all that. So that's it for the week, though. That's as far as that. Again, not a lot, but again, there's a good Father's Day movie in there, so why not, right? It made up for it. Next week, let's talk about next week, Chew. We got about 5 things coming out. First one on Disney.
Mm.
We got Secret Invasion, of course. Samuel Jackson
Yeah.
reprising his role as Nick Fury and whatever. The reviews have been mixed. What a surprise, because it's Marvel TV, and let's be honest, mix is what you're gonna get. Whatever. I'm not too excited about that. To be honest with you, I will be watching it, of course, but my hopes are high. And Hulu FX, The Bear season 2.
Hmm.
Funny show. I started watching it recently. I haven't gone too deep into it, but a guy who a chef or whatever the case is. Very funny comedy. Season 2 is coming out. I'm enjoying that once.
And yeah, I mean that had a surprising John Punisher cameo in the first season,
I'm not sure if I got it
which
yet today. No.
yeah, man,
Mm.
yeah, you did. Oh, you haven't finished season
No, no,
one?
no, no. I didn't know. I kept hearing
Oh,
about it.
okay.
I talked about when it came out initially, so I started kind of jumping on it. So, and her season 2 is
Yeah, I
coming.
jumped on it a few months ago.
Okay.
I started on season one
It's
in
good.
anticipation
It's good.
of
It's
season two.
funny.
I like that a lot.
It's very
It's
good.
very good. But like I said, a Punisher cameo.
Okay.
So I mean, spoilers. He is the brother who killed himself. Essentially, he's the brother of the chef.
Gotcha.
So, but that's why you hear about him a lot,
Yeah.
but you don't see him in
Okay.
maybe one or two episodes.
Okay.
So that's who he is. So
Yeah,
it's
but
good to see. Good to see him.
This is a high recommend.
Yeah.
It's a very funny show. It's one that we
Yes.
both
Yes.
missed.
It,
It was
it
on the
is.
radar. That I'm enjoying. So Netflix on the 22nd also has a show called Sleeping Dog, international show.
German show.
About
Yes.
a former detective, or retired detective, whatever, who discovers information about a case which was believed to be closed, and now it gets knee deep into all that. Let's see. These shows are usually kind of okay from Netflix for the most part. On
Right.
Amazon, we got a very interesting one. I Am Virgo. I forgot the director who gave us another weird, interesting movie, but it's got some good reviews from one of the festivals. But this seems like a show that will get good reviews of something like that. But a base is based off is a young boy, 13 years old, I think, or 14, whatever,
Hmm.
who is
Right.
13 feet tall, something like that. And his parents have kept him sheltered, and he kind of finds his way out into the world and meeting people and all that. And so, interesting. It's like an absurd comedy is what I would say this is, right? Um, this can go really bad or really good. I have no idea. Excuse me. The last one is Swagger season 2 on Apple. I never saw it first. I tried to get into it. Wasn't some of the stuff started coming out, so I never went back to it. But Drew, what is Swagger?
No, basically, so it's one of these basketball coming of age stories, right? Highly recruited player, I think, in the Philadelphia area, trying to be number one, trying to make it to the next level, and joins one of these leagues. I don't want to say private leagues, but they these teams that form together,
Yeah,
right?
like the AU league sort
Uh,
of.
yeah, yeah, AAU,
Right.
correct, right. And so the coach is Ice Cube. Sorry, not Ice Cube,
His
his
son
son.
O'Shea, Jackson. O'Shea Jackson.
Patrick O'Shea.
O'Shea.
O'Shea
Yeah.
Jackson. Yes, yes, yeah. All right. So he was a coach in the first season, and so there's the ups and downs of dealing with recruiting and these private teams and money, and trying to be highly ranked players to get to college, right? Get the endorsements and get those scholarships and whatnot. Maybe NIL deals now, right? Because
Oh, right,
that's
right. Yeah.
what's in play now, right? So that's how that kind of fits together. So very interesting, right? I'm always getting good into good sports TV, sports shows, sports related shows. So
Yeah.
I like season one, and so this is season two
No,
now.
exactly. It's just about 5 things coming out, so we'll talk about those next week. It's not a big week, but again, the calm before the storm, with the eye in the storm. How about that? A
Hmm.
lot of stuff will
Hmm.
be coming, which we'll announce next week. But that being said, Chewy, that will leave Father's Day to you guys. I hope everyone, all the fathers out there, enjoy themselves. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Go see Extraction. Let the kids go shopping with their mom. Take a breather. Open your gifts. Probably a couple of ties and some underwear because it's Father's Day and that's how it works. And there you go. That being said, Chewy, happy Father's Day to you. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.